And so if you do leave a comment and you're tuning in from Facebook and you are not a member of HAPS, I may not know who it is that is speaking. But I wanted to kind of keep this really short and sweet. This is just a couple of things. That's what I've labeled this. On Sunday, I was over at the D-Land Comics and Collectibles show. It was really kind of a small event, mostly trade, I want to say, not too many comic book creators, but a lot of people selling their wares. And it was cool because I was able to find a couple of cool things and meet up with some people. Met up with the group over at Silverline Comics, and I think they've got a Kickstarter happening right now. And then I met up with Matt Knowles, who I was able to get one of his graphic novels, which looks amazing, and I'm going to have a review for that. Not so much a package reveal, but I'll show some pages. And I was able to meet up with Luke Stone, who is one of the founding members with me at Terraform Comics. And even though this Kickstarter, or not the, well, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Hybrids, The Sons of Gods has been on both platforms, and I was finally able to get my trade paperback. This is the hollow foil. Look how gorgeous that is. And in this book, you guys, is my first comic book credit, and I wanted to share that really quickly. If you get into the back of the book here, where it says bonus content, and on the very next page, boom, my 2 pages. And I'm so excited about this. So, this is my first, seriously, my first comic book credit where my name is in print. My story is in there. Layouts were by Brian Dawson, who did an amazing job just taking my words and surpassed the notes that I had as far as like what I was envisioning. The art by Luke Stone, colors by Alan Emanuel, and letters by SK. The font is a little bit hard there, but I mean, just the story itself is just, it was one of those things that was inspired by one of his books. So technically, I lose the comics noob title that I had at the beginning of the year. My comic journey, the goal was to have something printed uh, by it within 1 year, and I did that. And in fact, I hit the ground running because I've got a script out. I've got the first 8 pages of art for a horror comic. It's I don't even want to call it zombies. Technically, yes, it is. And I kind of struggle because the time frame and the type of story, because it's a an apocalyptic uh it's an apocalyptic story, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how that's going to be received, but it is what it is. I wrote it 4 years ago, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But it's a story that I'm really excited about, and the art is amazing by Antonio Brandao, and it is slated to be in Terraform uh, Comics, The Continuum, which is a collection of stories that are being put together. It's so exciting to see this project come together because right now the group is has got pretty close to, if not already, 3 issues that we're putting together and planning out and getting ready to crowdfund as well. So I mean, things are happening. I haven't stopped writing. The Compendium of Dread is right now up on Kickstarter, and I've got 8 days to go on this. Right now, I'm adding the add ons as far as a really cool coffee mug. There's a tote bag that's going to be up there. There's going to be a T-shirt with the way I have it designed right now is the bloody handprint from the Compendium of Dread is going to be on the back, and so I'm titling that Touched by Darkness, and really kind of keeping the front of it clean. So if you wanted to wear it because it's a comfy shirt, you could always wear something over it as layers and hide the bloody handprint, but still have a decent shirt on. So those are things that are going up on the Kickstarter today for add-ons, and because what I'm really trying to do is hit the third stretch goal, which unlocks the metal card, which is the Compendium of Dread cover, kind of. And so that is I know a lot of people like to collect the metal cards and things, but the stickers I'm still waiting for. The bookmark is unlocked now, so the order for that is going in. I want to make sure that I'm getting these orders in as soon as possible before even the Kickstarter is ended, because I don't want to extend uh, the the delivery process if I can help it, because what I've also offered at the very end of that is 5 brand new stories that are going to be included in this book, and so far 4 have been spoken for. There's one more left. If you want a story that is written exclusively and dedicated to you, which has the potential of being a comic book. In fact, I my hope is that I'm going to be able to script those out um, after the pros and start looking for artists who kind of encompass the vision that I have for those stories. So 5 original stories that are going to be added in that, and that's why the delivery is for March. And then obviously waiting for the merchandise. So again, with the coffee mug, with the T-shirt and the tote, and things like that. That is really to help get it over the finish line to unlock the metal card. What else is happening? I think I've got a meeting. I still have to do my run, and I haven't done my apple cider vinegar, so that's part of the health and wellness challenge that I've set forth for myself. I don't intend to stop doing that. It's just that I am now the family taxi, so I had to take my husband to work early this morning. I have a couple of hours here to do what I need to do, and then I need to take my son to work, and then I will have the house to myself, and it'll be quiet and I'll be able to focus. Nita, thank you for the tip, the Super Clap Award. I appreciate it. What else is going on? I think that's it. I'm really going to keep this short and sweet. As far as messaging, positive messaging for you guys. Stay kind to each other. If you're seeing something where it has that negative reaction at first, like that gut check, oh, and you're going to nuke them or whatever. Best piece of advice is to sit on your hands. Give it 24 to 48 hours, see if anything blows over. Don't fan the flames. Um, you don't need to, and let's just make sure that we are being respectful and kind to each other. Listen, open up your ears. Sometimes it's best to shut your mouth and just listen and see what's going on. Be an observer, and then when you feel like you have something to offer that helps the situation and not fan the flames, then you speak up. That's probably the best piece of advice. It's what I've been doing, and I don't know. Maybe it's from uh, my background as far as being in newspapers. Not that I was in the news side of things, but the capacity to listen and try and be objective, and then from there, uh, speaking your mind. And yeah, I mean that's really about it. Um, so let me see. What did I share here already? If you guys want to follow me, I have my link tree. I'm going to push that here. The link tree address is linktree.com/MEREJ99. You can pretty much find me at that username on many platforms. I've been using that since 1999, hence the name. And then that is where you're going to find all my links. Basically, my Kickstarter link is at the very top. My website's there, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest. I mean, wherever, as well as where I contribute. So I contribute to Geek Insider as the associate editor and contributor, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast. So make sure that you go over to your favorite listening app and subscribe. Speaking of which, we had a really cool interview with Yash Jain, who is the founder of Hero Trainer. It's a really cool app to merge your fitness and your gaming. And so as you do the steps, you can earn points for Aura. That Aura can be traded in for games and things through the major gaming platforms, so PlayStation, Xbox, and things like that. So you can get things through the store. Really kind of cool. He was such a cool guy. Head over to Geek Insider YouTube channel. It's Geek Insiders with an S if you do a search, and you'll see the Geek Insider G. And yeah, so I mean, it was so cool to talk with him for an hour. We kind of goofed off, but we were talking about his project, the Genesis story, and the struggle of launching something as an independent creator. So really kind of cool. I hope you guys tune into that and hit the subscribe button over at Geek Insider. My goal is to get the Geek Insider YouTube channel up to 1,000 subscribers minimum. I'd really like to double up what we have there. So if we can get up to 1,200, that would be amazing. And we're going to be doing some work towards that. You're going to see some really cool things. We have a couple of giveaways that have a retail value of over $200 to $300 each for this swag. Some of it might be from Mobile Edge. Some of it might be from Nordstrom watches. I might be saying the Nordgreen watches. So the value on those is going to be really kind of cool. And when we hit that milestone, then we're going to do a couple of random draws and make sure that we get those out. So hitting goals, hitting milestones, setting those goals, and having a path to where we want to go. As for me, it feels like stuff has blown up as far as things that need to be done. and now I'm to a point where I'm like, okay, I might be at a point where I need to do office hours so I can focus on my stuff as well as the things that I do for other folks, and kind of pick and choose what the heck I'm doing, because I don't want to get to a point where I want to do everything and then everything gets done half-assed. There's no point in doing that. So maybe culling some of the things that I'm doing that aren't going to push. Oh, that sounds terrible. That aren't going to push my agendas, but it's not just me. It's not me. It's Geek Insider. It's Terraform Comics. It's Wild One Forever, um, and making sure that I have time for my self care, because let me tell you something. I know that I was pushing really hard because I woke up this morning and my pillow was like drenched. I mean, like sleeping, drooling, snoring. Thank goodness my husband loves me. Otherwise, he'd be taking pictures and going, hey, because it was like a ugly sleep, but amazing sleep. So I feel like I've got some energy, and now trying to make sure that I make my walk and my ACV a priority because I want to stay on this health track. That is really high up on my priority. I wonder what you guys are doing as far as your priority list. Are you putting yourself up there? If not, you really ought to, because you've only got one bag of bones that you live in. You might as well try and be as healthy as possible. On that note, guys, it's been a little bit after 15 minutes. I am out of here. I've got stuff to do. Hit the subscribe button and share this out with your friends. And if you have a friend who is doing a crowdfund and wants to be on Geek Insider with the Geek Speak, or we'll bring you, if you're into comics, we'll do Sunday Comics Brunch, or we'll put together a panel or something like that. Let's network. Talk to you later.